And we're underway here at Holiday Hoopsgiving at Holy Innocents School, 10 a.m. The first girls game of the day here at Gym 1 as it's Collins Hill Eagles versus the Holy Innocents Golden Bears. I'm Ned Case alongside Danny Jackson. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Danny, what do you think we're going to see out of these two teams?
I think we're going to see a lot of offense, a lot of high-power offense. There's a lot of standouts out here on the floor today. And I think it will come down really to who can get the most stops, honestly, on defense.
And first shot of the game, it's a long two, goes down for the Eagles. That's number 22.
Javen Nicholson.
Javen Nicholson, thank you. And rebound there.
Actually, that was Jerron Stallworth. Sorry, got my J's mixed up there. It's early.
Nicholson had the rebound there. And missed shot is going to go to Holy Innocents. So Holy Innocents going to face a little full court pressure. And they cross the timeline, taking it with the left hand. Little bump, no call. That shot was taken by number 12, Kayla Hubbard. And ball comes right towards us here at midcourt, but it'll stay with Collins Hill.
Hubbard using her body right there, getting to the basket, making it look easy. Gonna start knocking that layup down if she keeps getting those opportunities. She loves to put the ball on the floor.
Hubbard headed to the University of Georgia next year. And long three rims out, and Hubbard pulls that one down.
Stallworth feeling it early.
Hubbard, the senior, the lefty, crossover dribble, and short, nice save underneath, but it's going to be grabbed by Collins Hill. Pull up just shy of the lane, no good. Another rebound for the Golden Bears. We're going to have a foul. And they're going to get 21 with the foul, Kayla Dixon. So we're continuing to see this full court press out of Collins Hill. Hubbard trying to clear everybody out, but she's going to lose the ball off the foot of the defender. Nice move, layup inside, finish. That's the second shot of the game, number 22. Stallworth got two more. And Holy Innocents breaks the press. They have a 2-on-1 if they can handle the ball, but they're going to opt to slow it down as Kennedy Suttle has the ball on the right wing. Now she drives baseline, layup, no good. Rebound pulled down by the Eagles. Jumper again, Stallworth feeling it early here with all 6 of the Eagles' points. Under 6 minutes to go here at Holy Innocents. That's going to be a carry. Hubbard looked like to be a little indecisive there.
Holy Innocents get a timeout here. Look like they're just kind of nervous a little bit, panicking a little bit. It is early. Maybe a lot of turkey yesterday. But they just need to settle in, you know. Unforced turnovers here early. This team can really get going. I like to see both teams driving to the basket, but Stallworth early right here. She's definitely feeling it. Playing them really poised right now. Really poised. Taking her time on every shot. Really thinking about it. And look really good, really early right now.
And these are two programs that know success, know it well. Looking at Holy Innocents last year, a 3-point loss in the state championship game to Wesleyan, and for Collins Hill, a 7-point loss in the semifinals to Norcross. And Collins Hill is a team that only lost one senior from last year, so they returned a lot from that Final Four team.
And the Bears without their point guard from last year, Caleb Pointer. So they took a loss at the point guard position, but they do have guards who can fill in that position for them.
Pointer, an all-state player, now playing at LSU. And nice turnover forced there by the Golden Bears defense. Hubbard, top of the key. Wing three is no good. Rebound, pulled down, back up, and that shot was missed. That shot was taken by the freshman Logan Jackson. So bringing the ball across the timeline is Bria Harmon. Just a junior, already committed to play for Purdue. In the corner, they go down to the post to Nicholson, posting up and misses the layup. Rebound pulled down by Kennedy Subtle. You may hear that last name Subtle quite a bit with both Kennedy, the senior, and Rachel, the freshman, on the court right now for the Golden Bears.
And Subtle has really added a dimension to her game. She used to be more of a back-to-the-basket post player. She can put the ball on the floor now and finish at the rim, which is really good for this Holy Innocents team.
They're going to trap Hubbard up around midcourt. Good ball movement. Suttle's got a mid-range look and couldn't get it to fall. Nice rebound inside and one. Big-time work on the board there by the sophomore Jada Farrell. So Collins Hill playing high-pressure defense right now. Picking up from the time they just score a basket all the way through the offensive zone.
Absolutely, and like I said, because both of these teams are so high-power offense, they can get going at any time. You want to put pressure on these teams. Both teams want to put pressure on each other for the length of the game. Whoever can hold it out probably will end up with the win.
Jillian Hollingshed checks in for Holy Innocents. Now they're in a 2-3 zone. Ball's up top with Harmon. Trying to get into the middle there. They finally do to Nicholson. Nicholson, right hand layup, no good. Good defense on the interior of that zone. Subtle in transition, right hand, no good. Ball bouncing around. Golden Bears player gets to the floor and gets an extra possession.
Oh yeah, knock it down.
And top of the key, can't quite get it to go. Been some good looks for Hubbard today. Just can't quite get him to fall yet.
I was going to say that her shot selection is really good. She's playing poised too, but if she keeps getting those opportunities, those shots will fall.
Absolutely. Hubbard, the leading scorer for this team last year, and all-state selection, and as we mentioned, signed with the University of Georgia. She has the ball coming off a pick now. Into the lane. Again, Hubbard with the look and finally gets it to fall.
And right on cue. And she will keep driving that ball all game. Uses her body so well to get to the rim.
Harmon moves it over to Stallworth. Now they swing it for a three, and it rims out. Nice rebound there on the inside by Hollingshed.
And Catherine Forey, that's a name that you don't hear that often, but she can light it up from behind the arc. They have to get out, close out on her. She has a quick trigger.
And that three-point shot can be a zone buster if Holy Innocents continues to play this zone.
For sure.
So Hubbard will head to the line for two. Holy Innocents comes into today's game 2-1 on the season. They lost in the finals of the Decula Invitational to Buford. Hubbard makes her second. Hubbard had 13 in that game. Jada Farrell led the Golden Bears with 16. Getting into paint, floater off the glass is good. That shot by number 3, Desiree Connor. And a great look from Hubbard underneath. Kennedy Subtle with her first points of the game and a nice assist there from Hubbard.
Kayla Hubbard moved into that point guard position, and that's just great for her. Reading that defense right there, the entire Collins Hill team came up and just left Subtle underneath wide open. Great look by the point guard.
And ball on the ground. Good hustle there by Subtle. It's a 3-on-2 if they can take advantage of it, and that should be a block, and that will be the call. So that pressure for Collins Hill, if they don't get a steal, it can lead to transition for Holy Innocents.
Absolutely. You want to put pressure, but you want to also make sure nobody gets behind you on that defense, all right? You always have to be somebody below the last person on offense.
So Logan Jackson checks back in. One of a handful of freshmen on this Holy Innocents roster. Second free throw is good by Hubbard. She now has 5. It's 10-8 with 2.5 to go here in the first quarter. 3 ball is good by Connor. You called it, Danny. Don't let her get hot.
I mean, barely got her feet set right there. Looked like a Steph Curry shot. Caught it and just threw it up.
Hubbard drives baseline, looks inside to Jackson, and gets it to go. Logan Jackson on the board. Hubbard with another assist. Again, Connor from the corner gets it to go. Back-to-back threes for Desiree Connor. And going to the lane, get that shot blocked was the younger Subtle, Rachel.
Jada Farrow returns for the Bears.
Seems like we're seeing a lot more players in and out for Holy Innocents than Collins Hill so far in this first quarter.
Yeah, coach is trying to get a feel. More so on the defensive end, I think a player left Desiree Connor open twice, so she's just trying to get somebody out there on these shooters right now.
And a nice block inside that went off the Collins Hill player's hands, but they're going to keep it with the Eagles.
And Jillian Hollings had lured her in right there, like, come on in here, and sent it right back the other way.
So Collins Hill is going to use a timeout. Each team's used a timeout so far. Collins Hill under the direction of Brian Harmon in his third season. They're now 51-9 under his control, including 3-0 this season, most recently coming off a 69-53 win against Cherokee.
And this Collins Hill team, it'll be good to see how they match up in their class. They look really good in today's game. I think this will really be a test for the type of competition they're going to face in 7A, because 7A looks really good this year.
Yeah, you talk about the talent they have. Harmon going to Purdue, Nicholson going to Georgia, Jada Rice going to NC State, Stallworth going to Mercer. So 4 D1 players for Collins Hill just so far. Got 90 seconds to go here in the first quarter, and that shot was good. Number 22, Stallworth. And good pressure by the Eagles, almost forces a turnover, but now Holy Innocents breaks the pressure. And good hands there by Connor, knocks that ball loose. But we're going to stay down here with Holy Innocents to our left. Hollingshed with the ball up top. Back inside to Hollingshed, and she looked like she got fouled and drew the contact. Hollingshed, 6'3", senior.
Jillian Hollingshed will be at the line shooting 2 for the Bears.
First free throw, a little short off the front rim. 1:05 to go here in the first quarter. 16-14 lead for Collins Hill. Hollingshed, second free throw is up and through. And Rachel Suttle's going to check into the game. Take one of the top spots in that 2-3 zone.
And I'm looking at this roster. This Holy Innocent team has some really good freshmen right out here producing right now. So the future really looks good for this Holy Innocents team.
Look inside to Stallworth, and it's good from the free throw stripe. That's where you want to get the ball against a 2-3 zone.
Stallworth just catching the ball, turning around, shooting. She's getting the ball in positions where all she has to do is turn and score, and she's knocking them down early. Has 10 already in this first quarter.
Started off, had the first 6 for Collins Hill. Has 4 in the last about minute or so. Excuse me, that was Catherine Fourier on those 3-pointers, not Desiree Connor, so I want to go ahead and correct myself there. Make sure Catherine gets the credit she deserves. So Kennedy Suttle makes the front end of a 1-and-1. And she makes both. So 4 points for the senior Kennedy Tuttle. Harmon pushing the ball up court. Get into the corner now, up top, intercepted by Rachel Tuttle. She's going to push the ball. Pulls up, nice block there by Harmon. Harmon only 5'7" against the 5'10". Tuttle just did a nice job patiently waiting for her to show the ball. Hubbard inbounds it to Tuttle. Now Hubbard back with the ball behind the stripe. Mid-range look, no good. Nice rebound inside and finish. That's number 25, Jada Farrell.
Jada's been on the boards early this game, getting a lot of those rebounds in there, a lot of second chance opportunities for her team.
Already her second offensive rebound that resulted in points. And there's going to be a foul on Collins Hill. It's going to send Holy Innocents back to the charity stripe in the bonus.
And if you're either one of these teams, you don't want it to turn into a free throw game. Right. You want to keep the game close, but you don't want either of these teams to get into the bonus and get free points. The refs kind of been letting them play there in the paint, but they're getting a little handsy on defense, especially in the full court.
And we'll see how Collins Hill adjusts with that, with this full court pressure all the time. Obviously a little more likely to foul when you're doing that pressure.
Absolutely.
So Tuttle makes both, now with 6 points. Floater from Harmon is good at the buzzer. A little bit awkward, 1 foot off the left foot, but it goes for 2. And that will take us to the end of the first quarter, 21-20. The Golden Bears lead here at the first game of Gym 1 at Holiday Hoopsgiving.
The 2017 Holiday Hoopsgiving is brought to you by Adidas, Children's Healthcare of Atlanta, Stat Row, Atlanta Tip-Off Club, and CBA Sports.
I got a high ankle sprain going for a rebound.
Injuries are part of playing.
I got hit catching a pass and broke my collarbone.
So it's good to know that the sports medicine doctors, therapists, and athletic trainers at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta are experts at treating young athletes. If your child suffers any kind of sports-related injury,
I got hit and dislocated my shoulder.
bring him to Children's Healthcare of Atlanta.
Quarter at Holiday Hoopsgiving here at Holy Innocents as the host. Lady Bears lead the Collins Hill Lady Eagles 21-20 after the first. Collins Hill getting the ball inside. Stallworth, mid-range, good. Stallworth, 12 points already. Of course, I want to go ahead and preface that all these stats are unofficial. Doing our best here at the table to get you stats at home. Long three from the corner, no good from Hollingshed.
Right here.
Ned Case alongside Danny Jackson. Thanks for tuning in here on SUV TV. Throw the ball up inside. Layup opportunity, no good. Rebound pulled down by the Eagles. Another three. Couldn't get this one to go. Rebound to Tuttle. Hubbard in transition. Got stripped away, but it's going to stay with Holy Innocents.
We haven't done stats this year, but lead transfers. Halftime.
So a quick start to this quarter. Back up and down the court 3 or 4 times already.
Post. Let's go. Get open.
Hollingshed gets it up to Tuttle. They're going to say this ball was tipped. No foul call. Layup by Connor is good. Desiree Connor with her second field goal of the game.
And those 50-50 balls come down to who has a bigger dog in them, you know, who really wants it a little bit more. And then that possession right there, Desiree Connor came out on top of that one.
Absolutely, getting getting on the ground, fight for that ball. So Jada Farrell heads to the line. Free throw is up and good from Farrell.
Kayla Dixon back in.
Hey, Rachel. Ah, shucks. Kitty, that's you.
Farrell's second falls in. We mentioned Farrell 16 points in Holy Innocents' last outing against Buford. Ball's up top with Harmon. Back to the man-to-man for the Golden Bears. Top of the key, they get the ball in the corner to Fourier.
And as you see, Holy Innocents has gone into a man-to-man now. After Collins Hill were able to knock down some of those outside shots, some of those shots right here around the free throw line. Coach said, hey, I've seen enough. Let's go to man-to-man.
So a little hand foul there. I believe they got Hollingshed for it. So it'll be an inbounds from underneath. Stallworth again. Surprised when she misses, though. She's been so automatic today. And Hubbard couldn't quite corral that rebound. Harmon, no good. Ooh, looked like it could have been a travel. Wasn't called. Take and one. Finish, nice finish there from Collins Hill. That was number 21, Kayla Dixon.
And that's what you don't want. Collins Hill right there really didn't have anywhere to go with the basketball. And when you see a player driving, just stand up, make them make a decision. Don't bail them out with a foul, and definitely not an and one.
Opportunity for Dixon's good, so she gets 3 points and is on the board. Hubbard brings the ball up court and brought it back to the left hand, got that one blocked. Hubbard not afraid to push it after a basket.
Kitty, there you go.
Oh, nice inbounds play, easy look from Jackson, couldn't quite get that one to fall, a little strong on it. Transition coming down for Collins Hill. Three, four, number 25, Jada Farrell goes.
And you're going to find that backside open every time because Collins Hill is trapping. Every time the ball gets to one side of the floor, they're sending two. Somebody's wide open. Great job for Jada Farrell, recognizing she was open, knocking down a three.
3 for Stallworth is no good, but offensive rebound for Stallworth gets it right back inside. And I think we're going to have a foul.
Kayla Dixon at the line, shooting 2.
So Dixon right back to the line after making the and one. That one no good. 1 point lead for Collins Hill. 5 minutes to go here before the half. And that second free throw is good. So that will extend the lead out to 2. And we're going to have a foul there as Coach Dixon wanted some of her girls down court to work back to the ball, help beat that press.
Absolutely, they're trapping. Somebody's open right here down the floor. But a good job of Kayla Hubbard putting the ball on the floor and beating that trap. And just like you mentioned, when you do that, players are going to start getting handsy, start fouling.
And we see that here as with 4:52 to go in the half, Holy Innocents already in the bonus. Hubbard makes a front end of her 1-and-1. And second one can't quite fall. Nice rebound underneath by Stallworth. Another opportunity, can't quite get it to go. Ball is gonna go to Holy Innocents.
Jordan Relaford returns from the Lady Eagles.
So not only in the bonuses are you giving up trips to the free throw line for Collins Hill, but now you just got to make sure your players aren't getting 3-4 fouls in this first half.
Absolutely. All of these players will be important in the fourth quarter.
Harmon, step back three, no good. And they're going to keep it down here with Holy Innocents. Or excuse me, with Collins Hill. Harmon's going to inbound. Up top with Desiree Connor. She's checked there by Rachel Suttle. Try to go inside to Stallworth. That's been her spot most of the day, right around that free throw line. Elbow, three-pointer, no good. Rebound, pulled down by Hubbard. And she gets it off to Suttle.
Holy Innocents forcing Collins Hill to shoot threes. But kind of in the matchup zone look like it. And just forcing shots from players who they want shooting the ball.
And it's going to be a reach there. You could see that. And you talk about it, getting that pressure defense. The hands get in there, trying to poke that ball loose. And Hubbard's going to go back to the charity stripe.
Well, when you're playing defense on someone like Kayla Hubbard, who uses her body so well, she can force you to foul her. You have to just play honest and just stay in front and move your feet. Because once you reach in, she's going to put a body on you. They're going to call a foul every single time.
Hubbard's free throw is up and good. Hubbard and Holy Innocents' opening game win against Archer at 25 points. And rebound, big rebound there by Suttle. Gives another possession to Holy Innocents. And they couldn't quite handle that ball in the post.
And the coach from Holy Innocents continuing to send in new players, continuing to substitute. I think they're just trying to give them different looks on the interior and just switch it up a little bit inside.
Stallworth couldn't quite get it to go. And it's going to be Holy Innocents' ball. And also on top of that, we talk about all these freshmen on the roster for Holy Innocents. So she's rotating a lot of these young players who are getting some serious varsity experience against this Collins Hill team.
And they will need it because I mentioned 7A for Collins Hill, but single A private is looking really good too. And they have a big test tomorrow against St. Francis.
And we'll be on the call for that one, 9:30 a.m. tomorrow morning. No sleep for the weary. Hope you guys got your nap in yesterday after eating turkey because we got great basketball all day today.
Hopefully we can come in with some Starbucks tomorrow. You think they have some Starbucks for us? Frappuccino?
Well, we'll bring plenty of energy, don't you worry. Harmon with the crossover, gets to the paint and gets the mid-range to go. 2:45 to go here. Collins Hill leading by 2, 30-28. Danny, you talked about it. We're seeing a lot of offense here. 2.5 minutes to go and almost 60 points combined. Rebound pulled down by Holy Innocents. They're going to push it, and right-handed layup falls. Great play there by Kayla Dixon. Rebound and then ran the length of the floor. Hubbard trying to return the favor, gets in the paint and gets it to go. Impressive footwork there to not travel by Hubbard.
And both teams, you got to stop the ball early. Can't let the ball get past the free throw line. You see somebody coming full steam ahead at the basket.
And we see it there. They didn't stop Harmon. She pulled up for three, but front rim a little short, and that's definitely going to be a foul. Again, there you talk about just stay in front, use those feet to play defense. It's going to send Kennedy Suttle to the free throw line. First free throw, no good.
Jackson returns for the Bears.
Just under 2 minutes to go here before the half. And Holy Innocents is going to use a timeout here.
I just love being a leader.
Because I like to punish people.
I think the big thing is just taking the right shot.
Just to embarrass people.
I'm a beast.
Do my thing whenever I'm putting on someone's neck.
My adults will be the best in 4 years.
And we're back here out of the timeout. Second free throw, no good for Subtle. Rebound pulled down by Stallworth, excuse me. 32-30 lead here for the Lady Eagles. Ball's up top with Harmon. Holy Innocents back to that 2-3 zone. Get the ball into the corner with Connor. Skip pass back up top. Good ball moving around the perimeter. Three is long and no good. Saved briefly. And let's see where the officials are going to keep this ball. They're going to keep it here with Collins Hill.
You know what I like about both of these teams? They both are doing a good job at doing the little things. They're saving balls. They're getting on the floor for balls. They're tie-ups. You know, they're not letting any possession slip.
And that's something you don't always see early in the season, but with two teams that have postseason success, they know those things matter.
All the details matter, especially when you're like Holy Innocents who only lost by 2.
Mm-hmm. So this 2-3 zone is slowing down Collins Hill a little bit, or they're going to try to shorten this half and hold for a possession or two. 1:15 on the clock here in the second quarter. Coach Harmon directing traffic from his bench. We got a minute to go here. Long possession. And Subtle pokes that ball loose. She's going to have the opportunity to push. Nice find to Hubbard, and Hubbard lays it in. Great play there by the senior Kennedy Subtle.
And that's what coaches love to see. Do your work on defense. You do your work on defense, offense is easy.
And Collins Hill got a little bit out of their offense there, trying to slow it down, and it just kind of got away from them there. So let's see if they hold for one here. 30 seconds to go. Holy Innocents staying in this 2-3 zone. Game's tied at 32 here. Ball's up top on the bounce with Jordan Relaford. And we got 10 on the clock. They're going to look to attack. Relaford in the middle. Can't get it to go. Hubbard's going to have a chance. Does she see the clock? I think she does. Layup by Hubbard at the buzzer. Good.
And finish with a rare right. You ever see her finish her right hand. Great job by Kayla Hubbard there. Taking her time. 3 seconds left on the clock. Made it look so easy.
And that will take us to the half here in our first game on Gym 1 here at Holiday Hoops, giving the score Holy Innocents 34 and Collins Hill 32. We'll be back for second half action in just under 10 minutes.
Delicious food from your favorite local restaurants delivered right to your door? I know, I just blew your mind. All you have to do is go to choices2you.com. Choose from a list of great local restaurants, pick what you want right from their menu, and Choices to You will deliver it to your home or office. It's that easy. Get real restaurant food from the places you love delivered right to your door. Choices2you.com. Eat out without going out.
I got a high ankle sprain going for a rebound.
Injuries are part of playing.
I got hit catching a pass and broke my collarbone.
So it's good to know that the sports medicine doctors, therapists, and athletic trainers at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta are experts at treating young athletes. If your child suffers any kind of sports-related injury,
I got hit and dislocated my shoulder.
bring him to Children's Healthcare of Atlanta.
The 2017 Holiday Hoopsgiving is brought to you by Adidas, Children's Healthcare of Atlanta, Stat Row, Atlanta Tip-Off Club, and CBA Sports.
And welcome back to Holiday Hoopsgiving here in Atlanta, Georgia. We're on the campus of Holy Innocents Episcopal School alongside Danny Jackson. I'm Ned Case. Danny, looking at that first half, it was exactly what you said, a lot of scoring.
Absolutely. It's 34-32 at the half. We knew it would be a close game at this point in the game. So much offense from both of these teams. And we saw a lot of great things from both teams on both sides. A lot of good offense, a lot of good things from players on Holy Innocents. We got to see a lot of players on Holy Innocents, a lot of young players. And, of course, we knew which players were going to step up for this Collins Hill team. Nicholson got out really early. Didn't see a whole lot from Harmon. Saw some spots here or there, but we know that these players can get going at any time. So Holy Innocents has to continue to just play the defense that they were playing. They went into that man-to-man, which was very effective for them at the end of that first half. I like to see them continue playing really good defense, and I like to see this Collins Hill team kind of see a little bit more from maybe Nicholson.
Harmon, as you mentioned, doing a little more, but Dixon.
Nicholson.
Yep.
I'm sorry, and I meant to say Stallworth. That's the one that got going.
Stallworth, you mentioned 6 early points and block underneath to start this half. Stallworth 6 early points into that first half with 12 points for Collins Hill. Dixon for Collins Hill finished that first half with 6 points, came on strong towards the end of that second quarter for Holy Innocents. Hubbard led them with 13 points. And with 12 points right behind Hubbard with number 25, Jada Farrell. And Farrell has the ball now. Swings it up top to the younger Suttle, Rachel. Rachel Suttle drives to the left hand, can't get it to go. Rebound inside, put back is good. Number 14, Logan Jackson. Jackson's 5th rebound of the game right there.
Holy Innocents killing it on the offensive boards, getting so many second chance opportunities.
And that one can't go. Rebound is going to stay down here with Collins Hill. Looked like it may have gone off the hands of Kennedy Suttle. Kennedy Suttle, 4 steals in that first half to go along with 6 points and 5 rebounds. Again, all stats unofficial, but we hope we're getting them as best we can.
And she did so many other little things for this team that don't show up on the stat sheet, but you definitely want to give players their credit when it's due.
Long 3 up top, can't get it to go. Nice rebound there by Jada Farrell. Suttle with the ball in the corner. Now moves it back up top. Good active hands there coming down court for Collins Hill. Looked like it may have been a travel block there. That was Kayla Dixon on the steal at shot there. And it looks like she's going to get called for the foul there. Maybe a little frustrated after she couldn't get that layup to go.
We saw that from both teams. Suttle kind of got a steal earlier in the game, and Harmon knocked it away, and the same thing happened on this end of the floor. You like to see when those players get those breakaways, just kind of finish it at the basket instead of stopping for that jumper right there. Maybe get an and one if you can.
Great look on the bounce pass. Almost got it to go. And one. That was a phenomenal bounce pass there by Kennedy Suttle from across midcourt all the way under the basket to her sister, Rachel, and she'll head to the line.
That's that sister-sister thing, you know. You just know exactly how to pass it to your sister. They got a little advantage there. Maybe some backyard basketball.
I'm sure Kennedy a little bit upset that Rachel didn't finish that, get her the assist.
They'll talk about it at dinner.
But Rachel gets the first free throw to fall. And second one short, rebound, still on the ground, picked up by Harmon. Harmon, the Purdue commit, only a junior, pretty quiet in that first half. Stallworth couldn't get that one to go, and that looked like it went off the foot of Collins Hill, and it did.
And Collins Hill maybe got their wires crossed right there for whatever reason. I don't know why Stallworth didn't take that shot, but she was wide open for a 3, decided to put it on the ground, but you can't leave her open.
Hubbard trying to beat the press by herself, gets the basket, rebound. A lot of offensive rebounds here for the Lady Bears, but can't quite get them to fall. Tip out, no good. working inside. Number 35, Javen Nicholson.
Nicholson, another player who was really quiet in that first half. She did do some things on defense, got some rebounds, but we like to see a little bit more from her because we know how she can get going on the offensive end as well. She's not just a big body on the inside. She can put the ball on the floor too.
Yeah, Nicholson committed to play at University of Georgia, an all-region player last year. Again, just a junior. 6 rebounds so far. Her second free throw is up and good. Tuttle has it back. Hubbard on the far side almost got a carry. Looks like Hubbard wants to isolate. Pull back for 3 is good. She liked that matchup from the beginning.
I mean, you like that move right there. She gave her a shoulder, step back, pulled up with that left hand. So hard to guard a lefty. I mean, she gets that shot up, and that's something that she said she wanted to work on this year, was improving that three-point shot. We know she can finish at the basket, but that three-point shot is where she wants to improve as she heads to the University of Georgia as well.
And we saw that early in the game. You know, she was taking some of those shots. They weren't falling, but they were good shots, and you could see she was comfortable taking them. Got that last one to fall. Getting in the lane, Hubbard's tough finish with the left hand.
I mean, when she decides she wants to take over a game, it could get ugly.
18 points here for Hubbard. Looked like it should be a travel, and it is. Nicholson just couldn't quite handle that one, was bobbling it as she kept those feet moving. It's a little lighter pressure here from Collins Hill, not picking up in the full court. Holy Innocents with the 7-point lead. Just over 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Tuttle with the ball. Comes off the pick from Hollingshed. Drive inside, no good. Rebound to Nicholson.
Challenge! Rachel!
Harmon with the ball.
Get Kennedy. Play hard. Hey, you want her in the block? 23?
Holy Innocents still in this 2-3 zones.
Hey, you're on the block.
And Harmon shot no good. Rebound to Hubbard. Hubbard pulls up long 2, rims out, and rebound pulled down by Collins Hill. Ooh, good block there. Patient block there by Collins Hill. That was number 23, Jada Rice. Rice headed to North Carolina State University, another all-region player. Ooh, a little miscommunication there as Hollingshed went to set the screen. And layup is good, number 24, Foray.
Foray having a solid game, both on the defensive and offensive end. Again, I mentioned, she's not a player you hear about a lot, but you will soon.
Shot no good, rebound. A lot of offensive rebounds for this Holy Innocents Bears team, but can't quite get it to fall.
And they're fighting hard in there. Jada Farrell continuing to get offensive rebounds.
Jada Farrell 5 rebounds. And Holy Innocents will keep the ball, get another opportunity here to extend this lead. Inside to Tuttle. She's got a bunch of green jerseys around her, forces it up, can't quite get it to go. Nice rebound there by Nicholson. Stallworth can't get it to go. And nice rebound there by Farrell. Tough rebound. Hubbard in transition, left hand no good. Ball's tipped around. And coming right towards us, it's gonna go towards Collins Hill. Nice fight inside there by Harmon against the taller 6'3" Hollingshed. So Harmon dribbles across the timeline, facing that 2-3 zone of Holy Innocents. 2.5 here to go in the third quarter. Foray with the ball on the wing. She's checked there by Hubbard and trying to get that ball. Kennedy Subtle got a little too much arm there.
She was reading it just a little bit late on that steal. But you like the aggressiveness.
Right.
You like the aggressiveness.
And you could tell the Collins Hill player didn't feel her coming behind her back.
Right, she got one of those steals right here in front of us a little bit earlier, just sitting around waiting, luring them in, stealing the ball and taking it to the other end.
And Collins Hill is going to call a full timeout, and we'll take that timeout with them. Holy Innocents leads 42-37. We'll be back for Holiday Hoopsgiving right after this.
The 2017 Holiday Hoopsgiving is brought to you by Adidas, Children's Healthcare of Atlanta, Stat Row, Atlanta Tip-Off Club, and CBA Sports.
I got a high ankle sprain going for a rebound.
Injuries are part of playing.
I got hit catching a pass and broke my collarbone.
So it's good to know that the sports medicine doctors, therapists, and athletic trainers at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta are experts at treating young athletes. If your child suffers any kind of sports-related injury,
I got hit and dislocated my shoulder.
bring him to Children's Healthcare of Atlanta.
You're all day watching some high-level high school basketball, not just from the state of Georgia, but from all over the country. Collins Hill goes inside. Nicholson can't get it to go, grabs her own rebound, and turns it over. It's going to go to Holy Innocents. I'm Ned Case alongside Danny Jackson. 2-point lead for Holy Innocents at the half, now 5. They had it up to 7 a little while ago. So the Bears have controlled this third quarter through the first 5 minutes. Nice look on the back cut. Layup is good.
Just a great play call. That play right there set up for the lefty on the left side. They ran it perfectly.
Hubbard now with 20 points. Long three from Harmon, front rim, no good. Rebound pulled in by Hollingshed. Hubbard's one-on-one, nice look, returns the favor to Kennedy this time.
That's just Subtle running the floor. Running the floor, wanting those 2 points more than the defense wanted that stop.
Three is good by Fourier. She continues to be hot. That's her third 3 of the game. Corner 3, no good. Hollingshed with an offensive rebound. Looking to go up, great bounce pass inside.
Who is guarding Kennedy Subtle? Who is guarding Kennedy Subtle right now? Wide open for 2 layups.
Subtle, the senior, committed to play at University of Pennsylvania. Nice rebound inside. Should be a jump ball, but they're going to call a foul. Nice job by Jada Rice going up to grab that rebound. Her third of the game.
Jackson back in for the Bears.
So Jillian Hollingshed will get a break. She's got 4 rebounds on the morning. Stallworth from the corner, 3, no good. Rebound, looks like they had a foul underneath. And they're going to get Kennedy Subtle for pulling down the arm of Nicholson on that rebound attempt. 37.3 to go here in this third quarter. This is the largest lead of the game. It's 8 for Holy Innocents. And that should be nice save. Ball's on the ground. They're going to call it jump ball. And the arrow's going towards Collins Hill. So now half a minute to go here. 48-40. Holy Innocents with the lead. Collins Hill holding the ball. See if they'll play for one. Good steal there. Pushing in transition. Layup is good from the left hand. Great individual effort there. Number 25, Jada Farrell.
Turning defense into offense. We talked about it in the first half. Make the offense easy. They got 3 easy layups right here, 3 in a row.
Yep. Three for Fourier, no good. Long rebound, and that should take us to the end of the third. So 3 quarters in the books. Holy Innocents with a strong run there to close that third quarter. They take the 10-point lead. We'll be back for Holiday Hoopsgiving right after this.
Hi everybody, I'm Sam Crenshaw reminding you about the inaugural Hoopsgiving Holiday Tip-Off Classic. It comes your way December 21st through 23rd at Norcross High School. Here's what the coaches have to say.
I think it's special. I mean, I really do. I think, and I just love the idea of the best playing the best. I mean, you got some great programs in there, great traditional programs. And so, you know, like I said, for us to get a chance to play Collins Hill, we usually wouldn't get that chance in the regular season. So to be able to do that, you know, I hope that both teams walk out of there and we both get better. You know, that's the whole thing about it. You know, I know they're going to play hard, we're going to play hard, but you know, the whole object of the regular season is try to get you prepared for the postseason. And so that's what we think about, that's what we're about, and it's going to be exciting. I'm looking forward to it.
We're on the campus of Holy Innocents Episcopal School in Atlanta, Georgia.
And Holy Innocents kind of took off right there at the end of that third quarter. Collins Hill offense got really stagnant. You heard their coach, they stopped running the same thing. They couldn't find much offense. Catherine Fourier trying to, get it going from the three-point line, but outside of that, they couldn't really find any offense, and this Holy Innocents team is just too much right now.
Holy Innocents doubled them up in that third quarter, outscoring them 16-8 to take this 10-point lead into the fourth quarter. That three from Suttle couldn't go. Ball inside of Nicholson, looked like a walk, and it is a walk, so that'll be a turnover for Collins Hill on their first possession of this final quarter.
And Nicholson just can't seem to get it going on the offensive end today.
Nicholson does have 9 rebounds, but only 3 points. Opportunity 3-on-2 here if Holy Innocents could take advantage. Jumper, no good. Rebound by Suttle, and she was fouled. Suttle soared for that rebound.
I mean, it's just will. She's been willing her way into possessions all game, into points, into defensive stops. You just love the effort you get from this girl. The University of Pennsylvania is going to get a really good athlete.
And one of the seniors on this team, that's the kind of hustle play you want to see out of a senior, spark all your younger players, but a turnover there along the far sideline. It's been the big three for Holy Innocents scoring so far. It's been Hubbard, Kennedy Suttle, and 25, Jada Farrell. Nobody else has more than 4 points. Only 3 other players have scored. That shot good from Stallworth.
And that's the only shot by Stallworth since the opening minutes of the second half. She kind of slowed down after getting out with 10 early points in the first half.
Hubbard wide open, top of the key, can't get it to go. That rebound was pulled down by Relaford. 6:39 to go here in the fourth. Desiree Connor, the ball up top, feed inside to Nicholson, turns and faces, post move, right hand, no good. Rebound to Hubbard.
And that was great defense right there from Jillian Hollingshed. She didn't move. Each move, each pump fake that Nicholson tried to give her, she stayed still, she kept her hands up, and she played phenomenal defense.
Driving in the paint, Jada no good. Rebound to Connor, looks up ahead. Pull up jumper, no good, and that looks like it went off Collins Hill. It did, a little slow coming down the court is Jada Farrell.
And Jada Farrell went down on that last possession. She drove to the basket and she was holding her knee.
So she'll take a quick break, and the freshman Logan Jackson will check in. Jackson, 6 rebounds in this game, 4 points. So making an impact as a freshman in this big early season test. Talk about it, both teams made deep runs in the postseason. Holy Innocents falling in the finals. Collins Hill falling in the Final Four. Both teams ranked in the top 5 in their respective classifications. And an 8-point lead here. 5:56 to go. We'll be back. SUV TV right after this.
The 2017 Holiday Hoopsgiving is brought to you by Adidas, Children's Healthcare of Atlanta, Stat Row, Atlanta Tip-Off Club, and CBA Sports.
We welcome you back here to the 4th quarter of our first game here in the main gym at Holiday Hoopsgiving. Alongside Danny Jackson, I'm Ned Case. Thanks for spending your morning with us. As the Holy Innocents Golden Bears have an 8-point lead, they're doubled here on the near sideline. And it's going to be a foul call. So Hubbard will bring the ball in right in front of us. Gets it into Hollingshed. Hubbard looks out, good look for 3, it goes! 3 for number 3, Rachel Suttle. And on the return, it couldn't quite get it to go. Kennedy Suttle clears that rebound. And we're gonna get a push call there on Desiree Connors. She doesn't like the call, but nothing she can do about it.
And if you're Collins Hill, that's exactly what you want. You want the player to dribble right into the corner, into a trap with nowhere to go, but you can't put your hands in there and bail them out with a foul. You had her exactly where you wanted her.
Kayla Hubbard brings the ball inbounds again. Gets it to Suttle, and there she is in that corner you talked about. Coach Dixon telling her dribbled out top of the key. Hubbard baseline, going into contact, no foul call. Nicholson's hand straight up. Transition opportunity, nice move by the junior Jordan Relaford.
Good sidestep move, getting away from the defender who was standing there trying to take a charge. Good finish.
Impressive body control. And on the other end, Harmon can't get it to go. Rebound. And a good timeout called by Coach Dixon to save the possession. As going to the ground with that rebound was number 25, Jada Farrell. Good to see her back in the game after she came out a little banged up.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. She went down on one end with a knee injury, came in the game and just right back on the ground fighting for the ball. I mean, it's just relentless effort.
So it's a 9-point game here, and Holy Innocents has extended this lead kind of as the game, or as the second half has gone on. What does Collins Hill need to do here in the last 4 or 5 minutes to get back in this game, only down 9?
Well, first they have to stop fouling. We talked about that at the beginning of the game. You do not want this game to turn into a free throw game because this Holy Innocents team has been to the free throw line a lot, and if they continue to go, they're good at making free throws, and they're good at already getting to the rim and getting to the free throw line. You don't want those little touchy fouls just kind of, not on the way to the basket.
Right, and sometimes 60, 70 feet from the basket.
Right, from the basket, just giving them extra opportunities to get to the free throw line. But they just have to play solid defense, and they just need some more offense. They don't have anything consistent right now on offense outside of the early points from Stallworth.
Right.
She's the only one who really got going this game. They need more scoring from other players.
Only 12 second half points for this entire Collins Hill team. And give some credit there to this Holy Innocents defense who slowed them down. And Holy Innocents, momentarily broke the press. Harmon knocked that one out of bounds.
And Holy Innocents' big three is playing big. Both ends of the floor.
Hubbard, nice ball fake, gets it back up top to Suttle. Now to Farrell. Kayla Hubbard, crossover dribble, picks up her dribble now, gets it to Kennedy. Nice cut there by Farrell. Left-hand layup. Couldn't get it to go, but great ball movement there.
Farrell,
quick pass, great cut.
Farrell took the contact, tried to put a little sauce on the layup, but she is so versatile. She's one of my favorite players in high school right now because not only can she play back to the basket with her solid frame, but she can really take it from the wing and make moves on the inside. She can also set up other players, so really good player.
And Farrell's first free throw, no good. He's got 14 points on the afternoon to go along with 7 rebounds. Looking to extend this out to a 10-point lead with this free throw. And she makes that one, so 15 points on the afternoon for Farrell. And Holy Innocents back to their 2-3 zone. We saw this have success forcing some outside looks for Collins Hill in that first half. High skip pass across the top, handled. Harmon with the ball up top. Harmon for 3, no good, off left side of the rim and bounces out of bounds. So again, another forced 3-pointer for Collins. They're gonna, let's stay with Holy Innocents. Let's look for a second. They're gonna give that to Collins Hill. So Hubbard brings the inbounds, looks to break the press, finds Subtle. And they've got numbers if they want it. And good defense there by Connor, getting her hand in the passing lane. Connor Laurier for 3, no good. Rebound, Stallworth. And they're gonna get a block there. Tough calls. Looked like Hubbard tried to step in and take the charge there.
Yeah, but this is what you want to see from Collins Hill. You know, get a steal on defense, produce, you know, some pretty good offense on the other end. They have to score right here, though. They need a basket bad.
That was Desiree Connor's 4th steal of the game. She had 3 in the first half. Connor with the ball, swings it over to Harmon. Getting in the middle is Connor, floater, can't get it to go, tip and pulled in, high pass. Desiree Connor's gonna bring that one down. Farrell just a little too excited to spark transition on that last one.
Yeah, they don't need anything quick right now. They're up 10, get the rebound, slow the ball down. And Coach called a timeout because she saw how fast it was moving. She wanted to slow the game down herself. She's a timeout.
So that's going to be a full timeout, and we'll take a quick break with them. Holy Innocents leads by 10 here in the 4th quarter. Holiday Hoopsgiving on SUV TV.
I just love being a leader.
Because I like to punish people.
I think the big thing is just taking the right shot.
Just to embarrass people.
I'm a beast.
Do my thing whenever I'm putting on someone's neck.
My guys will be the best in 4 years.
I got a high ankle sprain going for a rebound.
Injuries are part of playing.
I got hit catching a pass and broke my collarbone.
So it's good to know that the sports medicine doctors, therapists, and athletic trainers at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta are experts at treating young athletes. If your child suffers any kind of sports-related injury,
I got hit and dislocated my shoulder.
bring him to Children's Healthcare of Atlanta.
And we're back here on SUV TV alongside Danny Jackson. I'm Ned Case. That timeout was really just to kind of calm everything down. They drew up something a little bit at the end, but really Coach Dixon's just saying, hey, we got 3:15 on the clock. Let's shorten this game as best we can.
Absolutely. You have to know that this Collins Hill team is going to try to bring out some pressure now. At 3 minutes left, they might start fouling, you know, in about a minute or so. So just keeping them calm, keeping them poised, you know, getting the ball into the players' hands that who the ball needs to be in, and not rushing anything.
Both teams in the bonus, and heading to the line will be Rachel Suttle. So it'll be a 1-and-1 here for Rachel Suttle. Coach Dixon sends her other 4 players back on defense. Don't want to give up anything cheap. Suttle's free throw is good.
And you like the confidence right here from this freshman. She's just a freshman starting for this team. You know, maybe she can get more confidence because her sister is on the team. But she's been playing so poised today, and she's really just been in control.
Knocked down a big 3 earlier in this half. Just sank 2 free throws to extend this lead to 12. Biggest of the game. Nice defense there by Hollingshed, just having her hands in the passing lane. Collins Hill continuing to try to get the ball into Nicholson despite only 3 points. They're continuing to try to work it in there to their Georgia commit.
Well, she's just been struggling today. I do believe that she is a player who can get going in other games, but today was just tough for her on the offensive end.
And there she is, and one. She's saying, hey, what you saying? I'm doing just fine. Nicholson puts it in, has the opportunity to add 1.
Well, she has 2 minutes to get about 8 more of those.
Nicholson does have 9 rebounds on the afternoon, so maybe not scoring as much, but still doing her best to impact the game. Now with 6 points. So Farrell will bring the ball in bounds. Nice job breaking the press there. 2 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. 9-point lead for the Golden Bears. Good active hands there, but Farrell pulls it back down, skips it across court to Suttle. And a reach-in foul there on Collins Hill. Almost have to that at this point. No shot clock in high school basketball, so got to force the issue with some fouls here, and it'll send Kennedy Suttle to the line.
And Kayla Dixon with that foul just fouled out of the game.
Dixon finishes the afternoon with 6 points. We mentioned she came on strong there towards the end of that first half to close it to a 2-point lead for Holy Innocents, but Holy Innocents in the second half has extended their lead and seemed to be in control of the game. Stallworth with the rebound there. 3 from Harmon is good.
And now you see it, a lot of these scoring leaders for Collins Hill coming on really late right here. Holy Innocents has to stay down, has to continue to be aggressive the same way they were at the beginning of the game. They can't let up.
And when the ball's in your senior point guard hand, Kayla Hubbard, you feel pretty comfortable, and she's going to head to the free throw line as Relaford's going to get called for that foul.
And a lot of the times, you're in front of the defender. You're moving your hands. You don't have to reach in there. They're going to call that foul, especially in a game like this where it could, you know, kind of get going back and forth. They're only down 7. I mean, it's a minute and 20 left, but they're down 7. As soon as you reach in, they're going to call that foul.
Oh, Hubbard makes her first and makes her second, give her 22 points on the evening to go along with 4 assists. Harmon crossover 3, no good. Rebound, Nicholson poked away by Suttle. And Hubbard smartly pulls that one up. And again a foul with 60 seconds to go here. 9-point lead. Looked like Hubbard may have had a chance to push transition there, but pulled it out, ran that clock, and that's some of that senior leadership.
Absolutely, that was a wise decision. Could have got an easy layup, but when the clock is on our side, we don't need to give them the ball back and potentially get another 3-pointer on the other end.
And she makes both her free throws. Harmon brings the ball across the timeline. Less than a minute to go here, down by 11. Collins Hill's going to have to start hitting some outside shots, and a foul there is going to send her to the free throw line. So a chance to get some points with the clock stopped.
Much rather her get 2 than 3, though.
Very true. It's a 1-and-1 here. Harmon's first is no good, but rebound to Nicholson. Harmon in the lane, floater goes. It's 9-4, Bria Harmon, headed to Purdue. Good look across the court. Hubbard with the ball in her hand. She's going to pick up a foul. 32.4 to go here.
And all Holy Innocents has to do at this point is just continue to make their free throws. They make their free throws, and they're in a good position.
And it looks like we have one of our Collins Hill Eagles players foul out. Catherine Foray fouled out. Desiree Connor will replace her. Hubbard at the line. The southpaw gets her free throw to go. 25 points for Kayla Hubbard.
An incredible game. This is as long as it stays the way it is, it will be a good win for Holy Innocents. And like you mentioned, they lost to Buford in the Craig Sager Memorial Tournament.
Yep.
Now got a chance to knock off a good 7A team right here as Jerron Stallworth actually knocks down a three-pointer. So we don't want to count our eggs before they hatch, but 21.5 seconds left here in this game, 8-point lead.
Yeah. As long as Hubbard keeps making her free throws, it'll be tough to catch up.
Absolutely, but as I was saying, Collins Hill is number 3 in 7A. You know, it'll be a good win for this Holy Innocents team because they have a big test tomorrow against St. Francis, who is ranked number 3 in their own class. So this is exactly what you need. Kayla Hubbard had 13 points in that loss to Buford, turned around today with 25 points. Just playing well. Kennedy Soto played great today. Jada Farrell so big on the offensive boards, getting those putbacks, doing the little things. This entire team just coming together, these freshmen. And these tests early are what you want to see instead of waiting until the end of, the year playing big
playoffs.
teams. Like, schedule those games early. Get those freshmen in there early. Get them used to what they're going to see for the rest of the year.
Suttle gets the inbounds back to Hubbard has it, excuse me. It was Farrell with it up top, and there's the reach-in foul. So we mentioned 26 points for Hubbard, third time going over 20 points this year. 24 against Valdosta, 25 against Archer. And you could see why when Buford holds her to 13, why they might lose, So she is really a huge key for this offense, as most point guards are. Suttle's second free throw goes. Give her 12 points on the morning. Desiree Connor, floater goes, but that should be the final points of the game as Holy Innocents, the host school, wins 64-57 over the Collins Hill Lady Eagles. We talked about it. It was the big 3 for Holy Innocents. It was Kayla Hubbard and her 26 points. It was 12 points for Kennedy Suttle to go along with 8 rebounds. And rounding out that big 3 was 25, Jada Farrell. Farrell finished with 15 points and 9 rebounds. So the big 3 got it done tonight. And that's what you want out of your returners and your seniors coming back.
Absolutely, just a great effort. Great effort by Collins Hill as well. You saw some patches of really good basketball, but you also saw some times where they just could not score and they really couldn't get any stops, So if they just continue to work on those points of the game where, they can get some consistent scoring, I think they'll be good in their class.
And so Holy Innocents heads out of here with a win. They'll be back here tomorrow, same time, playing an early morning game against St. Francis. But next, we've got the Holy Innocents boys teams taking on Eagles Landing Christian, and we're just under 15 minutes away from that one tipping off. For Danny Jackson, I'm Ned Case. Thanks for tuning in to SUV TV. We'll be here all day.